Hello everyone, welcome to yet another live Q&A. As usual, mic test 1 2 3. If you are already here, if you can hear me, please do let me know in the chat. I have my monitoring device next to me, so I will wait for it to. Yeah, I can hear everything. Okay. Yeah, seems like everything is working fine, but if you face any issue, can't hear me, please do let me know. I will try to take a look to the setup. So we will wait for a couple of minutes and give people some time to find the Q&A, and then I will start taking these questions one by one. What is the scope of MSc Data Science? How hard is to get job after graduate? So the scope of MSc Data Science, let's first talk about that. When you do a master's in data science, it again depends from country to country as well. Some countries go too much in depth because the course is for like 2 years, but some countries they may not go in absolute depth because the course is just for 1 year. So there are different goals to these courses. Some courses they will help you understand and build foundation, and then on top of that you can build your own portfolio and your profile, because it's just impossible for any university or any course to teach you everything that is there to learn for data science, because it's a very vast domain. So yeah, it depends from university to university and country to country as well. Just a second. Your stream's current bitrate is lower than the recommended bitrate. So if you guys are facing any issues, if it is lagging too much, if you can't hear me, please do let me know, because I just got a warning in the portal saying that the bitrate has gone down. It might be something related to the internet speed. So yeah, please do let me know. Coming back to that point. So yeah, if it's a 1 year course in the UK, MSc Data Science in UK just a scam. I won't say it's just a scam, because a lot of people coming from a different background, completely unrelated background, for example, pharmacy, and after doing MSc in data science in UK, they were able to get a job as a data scientist. So I won't say it's a scam. A lot of people have been able to make the transition. So the course is definitely valid, and it can help you transition into the world of data science. As for how hard to get the job after graduation, if you are a fresher, it's going to be extremely difficult to find a job. So I would always suggest that gain some experience after your bachelor's, work in your home country, and gain experience of 3 to 4 years at least, and then maybe think about pursuing masters in data science, because there are so many people here pursuing masters in data science with considerable amount of experience, ranging from obviously freshers to people having 10 plus years of experience. So you tell me if there is a company who has posted a job role for data scientist, and there are two candidates, both with masters in data science degree, but one has no experience but the other one has 10 years of experience. Who the company will call first? So if you were running a company, so yeah, there are quite a lot of people in the job market with considerable amount of experience and also MSc in data science. So I would always suggest have some experience under your belt before you pursue masters in data science in the UK or anywhere else, to be honest. But one other thing that I would like to mention, it has nothing to do with the course itself or MSc in data science itself. A lot of rules and regulations and policies from government side of things. So they are trying to cut down on immigration, and they don't want a lot of people coming to the UK. So there are a lot of rule changes that might come next year. So keep an eye on those things as well, because that can also affect your experience and your ability to find a job in the UK. So yeah, those things are also something which you should keep in mind. Hi Goku, I'm doing good. How are you? How much research experience required for masters in computer science? Do publications play a role? So to answer your first part of the questions, you don't really need any experience in research, but if you have some, it is definitely going to help you. And yes, of course, if you have published some papers, that again helps, especially in notable publications. So yes, it will definitely help. And if you are applying or aiming to get into some of the top universities like University of Edinburgh, then yes, having some research experience will help, and also publications that you might have published in some of the notable um, publications like IEEE and things like that. They do definitely help and build your profile. I got conditional offer letter from University of Exeter and also got approval of education loan. I was not able to get loan because of co-applicant low CIBIL. Now I got loan from a bank without collateral. That's great to know. And without co, that is a good news, Goku. I'm glad that it all worked out for you. So yeah, it's good. Congratulations on your offer from University of Exeter. It's a good university. Um, Last year, I think, or last to last year, one of the subscribers, and I have talked to him a couple of times as well. He also got an admit in Exeter, and he has completed his course. He's still looking for job, so job market is a bit rough, but in terms of course content, I think the university is good. They provide quite a lot of um, good resources as well, so you will have everything that you need to make best out of the course. But again, you have to put some extra effort from your side as well to maybe work on some other projects that you might be interested in. And I think, yeah, overall the university is good. Work experience in my home country helps to get related jobs in the UK market. Yes, definitely. If you have a related work experience, it definitely helps. Just completed second year. Basic DSA skills get me path to get 10 12 LPA. Yes, in my batch when I was doing my bachelor's in computer science, there were like couple of people from our batch, but do note that it was a batch of 120 plus students and only two people got 10 to 12 lakh. I think maybe it was not that much. I think it was 7 to 8 lakh, something like that, but it was 5 to 6 years ago, so I think now it should be possible. I don't know, but yes, if you but there are a few things that you really need to understand is that your DSA or data structures and analytics, data structures and algorithm, it should be good. You need to understand the time complexity, space complexity, which data structures to use, some advanced data structures like linked list, stack, queue, those things, and trees, graph, those kind of things. So you need to understand them very well. But it's not just that. You also need to be comfortable in programming. That is probably the second thing. But apart from that, if you can build some applications like end-to-end applications, if you are interested in web development, I would suggest developing some web applications at your own end and try to host them and try to deploy them in a live environment and try to make most out of it. So I would say if you are able to do those things, yes, it is possible. And just don't stick to your basic course structure. Try to learn some front-end applications or frameworks. For example, Node.js for backend. For front-end, you can go for React.js or Next.js, whatever. So it all depends in which area you want to go in. If you want to get into data science side of things, then the list is completely different. You may have to learn machine learning, deep learning, develop some algorithms and things like that before you finish your course. So don't just stick to your course curriculum. Make sure you learn all the things which are there in your course, but then you need some extra on top of that to be able to get 10 to 12 lakhs. Yeah, I asked some Exeter University student about the university. They start writing, bro, don't come here, it's very bad here. मैं खुद इंडिया आ रहा हूँ, जॉब नहीं लग रही मेरी, लोन मत लो, फंस जाओगे, बर्बाद हो जाओगे. आई एम लाइक डीमोटिवेटेड ब्रो, इतने महीने से डिसाइड किया हुआ है आने का और एंड टाइम पे ये सब बोल रहे हैं लोग. What is happening in UK right now? So much negativity for students who look loan. I agree with those people. I'm not saying they are lying to you. The job market is rough. The number of jobs are quite low. Yes, I agree. But having said that, there are still quite a lot of jobs available in the market. It's just there are so many people who have come to the UK in past couple of years. The market has saturated, and people with quite a lot of experience, they have also come, so they are giving a tough competition to people who don't have any experience. So if you are able to talk to someone who has like 4-5 years of experience and they did their course in the UK, most often than not you will see that they will be able to find the job in a relevant field. But people who have done their bachelor's and straight out of the university, they have come to pursue the masters, they might struggle. I'm not saying that it's impossible for them to find, because in my company, in my team, there are two freshers. They didn't really have a lot of experience, but they're working as a data analyst. So it is possible, but it requires a lot of connection. So if you think that you will just finish your masters and you apply to all the jobs available on LinkedIn, you will be able to find something. No, it won't work that way. You need to build a lot of connections. You need to build a lot of relationships. while you are doing your masters, work on your communication skills. You need to be really good with your communications. Technical skills are not the only things that will get you a job. So there are a lot of other things. People don't really pay too much attention to all the other things. All they think is if they are able to finish their course, if they get good marks in their masters, if they're able to learn everything, they'll be able to find a job. No, it's not that straightforward. You need to do a lot more than just that. So yeah, it's very difficult to find a job, and I totally agree to the sentiments that those people have. But if they are just applying for jobs on LinkedIn and not doing anything else, then I would say it's not enough. And I think I even made a video a while back about different ways of finding a job in the UK. Let me quickly take a look if I did post that video or not, because there are so many videos in the pipeline, and I keep forgetting whether I have posted the video or not. Yeah, I have. So let me quickly copy this link and I will put it in the chat. So if you try to follow all of these different ways of applying job, I'm sure you should be able to find something. But do keep in mind, experience plays a huge role here. So yeah, this is the video. Is Northumbria University worth it for cybersecurity 1-year course? I don't know, because I have not looked into cybersecurity course, and obviously I'm not expert in cybersecurity. So it's hard for me to comment on the course itself. As for the university, I have seen their campus. It is here in Newcastle. It's good. They have probably some of the best computation resources, probably even better than Newcastle University, because I heard some of the friends from Northern University saying that they have supercomputers and all. So you may not need them, but they have them. So they have very good resources. Some of the faculty members, they have like a lot of citations under their belt. So yeah, I think they have the resources. They have the uh, ability to make students learn and be successful in whatever they're teaching. I'll give you an example. There were two students from Northumbria University. Both were, I think, enrolled for data science and AI courses, something like that. One was able to find a job here in the UK and now has got a sponsorship as well. The other one couldn't find, so he had to go back to India. So it depends where you are spending your time. The other one who went back to India, he was spending too much time in part-time jobs and stuff. The other one, he was spending a lot of time to build his profile, learning new skills, and trying to find some internship, working in internships and things like that. And then he was able to find a job and eventually sponsorship. And both of them were freshers. So, but this was like 3 years ago, something like that, when I finished my 3 years or 2 years ago. Yeah, when I finished my master's course. So yeah, it depends a lot on how you go on about the course, and if you are able to make most out of the resources that the university has to offer. For those students are coming, I just want to share one thing, that one scholarship is going on right now. If anyone planning study abroad, they should apply for scholarship. Price is 500k INR. Thanks Goku for sharing that here in the chat. They will take online test, and it's without merit, scholarship based only on their test. Gyandhan. Oh yeah, right. I remember Gyandhan. Yeah, I think they also help a lot of people in their loan process and stuff, things like that. So yeah, I think it's a good opportunity if you can take that test, and if you are able to get that scholarship amount, it will definitely help you in your study abroad. Thanks, Goku, for sharing. Another important question: laptop price in UK. International students can buy laptop in EMI basis. Laptop prices are expensive than India. It's not hugely different. I think the prices are very same in India as well as in the UK. So if you want to carry from India, you can do that, or you can buy it here. In terms of EMI, yes, I think you should be able to, but I've never bought anything on EMI, so I don't know how exactly it works. But yeah, I think you should be able to, as long as you have money in your account which is connected to your Amazon or your e-commerce retailer from wherever you're buying your laptop. I think you should be fine. One thing I would like to mention here is that in the UK you do get a lot of student discounts. So there is a website called Unidays, I think. Yeah, so there you can get quite a lot of offers. So maybe that might help you to get a same laptop for 10% cheaper price as compared to what you would get in India. So that might help in terms of laptop specifications and prices. I think they are all very same when compared to India and the UK. One other thing I would like to mention about laptops is that if you just want to work on your coursework and not thinking to work on some of your own personal projects and things which actually requires GPUs and stuff, I would say maybe go for i7 or Ryzen 7 or Ryzen 9 CPU with 16 to 32 gigs of RAM, and I think you should be fine. You don't really need to invest too much in GPUs, because if you really want to make use of GPU, you can just get a Google Colab subscription for a couple of months, work on your project and be done with it. Should be fine. A lot of these universities, they do provide some sort of resources within the university campus, so you should be able to access those cloud resources and make use of GPUs there. So that's what I would suggest. But if you are into gaming or anything else which requires GPU and you want to do those things as well, in that case, yeah, by all means go for a laptop with GPUs. Sorry. Bro, can you help me in one thing? I am confused to choose course, etc. There are three courses: MSc Data Science, MSc Advanced Data Science, and MSc Generative AI. If you can modules, please suggest which one should I choose. I will make a note of it and I will probably take a look at the course after the live Q&A, or if at the end we will get some time, I will try to look into this. Because I think this MSc generative AI is a new one, because I don't remember um, this course being there before. So it's good they are incorporating Gen AI. But what are the prerequisites and stuff? Those are very important. So yeah, I'm making a note of it and I will take a look at it. Hey Asutosh, GPU RTX 4050 will be enough. Should be fine. But depends what exactly you would want to do. So if you want to just run some LLM models locally, um, having some sort of GPU always helps. So this should be fine. Um, but if you want to work on a massive data set and want to train your own deep learning model, again it will work, but it will take more time to do that. So yeah, it should be fine. Anyone you know doing PhD in the UK? mm, Short answer is yes, but I haven't talked to them in a while. So yeah, I do know. Maybe not from India, but from the UK or from some other European countries. Yeah. Right. I think we have reached the end of all the questions. I don't see any new questions in the chat. And yeah, if you guys are finding this live Q&A helpful, please do give it a thumbs up. It keeps me motivated and shows that you guys find these live Q&As helpful, and it keeps me bringing more such questions and videos for you guys. So yeah, please do give it a thumbs up. And yeah, again I'm getting the warnings like bitrate has dropped. So if there are any drops, or if you are not able to hear me properly, please do let me know in the chat. Or if everything is working fine, just press yes or 1 in the chat. And if it is posing any issues and if you are having some troubles, press no, or type no or 0 in the chat. That would help me understand how things are at your end. Wait for a couple of minutes more because I know there is a lag. It might take some time for you to hear or listen what I'm saying. So yeah. Hello, are you working? Yes, I am working full time as a data scientist. How you keep yourself motivated, keep doing the YouTube? Is it by passion or you just want to help? It's a good question. So it is difficult, yes, because when I working as a full-time uh, data scientist, it takes quite a lot of effort there, sometimes more than 10 hours a day. So that's why you would see when it comes to posting videos, it is kind of irregular. Whenever I get some time, I try to post videos regularly, but then there are times where I just don't get any time to post those videos. But then I keep doing these live Q&As so that at least I'm able to answer the questions, because I see a lot of comments and messages on LinkedIn, and it is just very difficult to keep up with everything. So that's why I just come here so that I'm able to answer all the questions that you guys might be having. So initially when I started this channel, it was mostly like I just want to help people in terms of whatever I know, because I was very new to data science and didn't know exactly where to start. And I thought I will just record my journey, and I didn't really think that so many people will join this programming Cradle family. But thankfully a lot of people found the um, videos that I made helpful. So a lot of people joined me in this journey, and yeah, so that is the most important or the major goal that was in my mind, to just help as many people as I can. In terms of monetization and stuff, yes, my channel is monetized and all, but I don't really make a lot of money from YouTube. It's just like $5 to $6 per month, which is probably good enough only to recharge my phone, I think, per month. So yeah, I don't really make any money from YouTube. I got a lot of sponsorship stuff on the channel, but I didn't really think those sponsorships were worth taking in terms of money. Yes, they were definitely, but I didn't find them that helpful for my audience, and I didn't think that they will be good for the audience. So, and I also wanted to be true to my audience, so I didn't take those sponsorship as well. Basically, those were some data science courses. They were trying to publicize their course through my channel, but I didn't think those courses were worth paying the amount that they were asking from the students. That's why I didn't take those sponsorships. So yeah, it's mostly to help people, but then I also enjoy creating content. I like video editing, I like making thumbnails and stuff. I am a bit of a creative person as well. So as a kid I used to do drawing and artwork as well, but over the course of years I stopped doing that. But I like to be creative, so I find it really fun to edit my own videos and then create thumbnails and stuff. It just adds a little bit more of a work pressure, but hey, I just enjoy doing it, so I just do it. So there you have it. That's how I manage YouTube, and I try to keep it going. Great. Actually, I am IT grad, struggling to get a job. Can you give me some guidance? Um, yes, sure. So if you're asking for jobs in the UK, I posted a video in the chat just a while ago. If you can't see, I will post that video again in the chat. So this is a in-depth video where I talked about how you can find job. There are like 12 ways I covered in that video. Some may work for you, some may not. Some might be feasible for you to do, some might not. So give it a go. Those are the things that, maybe not all, but most of the things I tried and it worked out for me. And I suggested doing these things to my friends as well, and they were able to find jobs as well. So yeah, maybe give it a go. And if after watching that video you still have questions, I'll be more than happy to answer your questions. I have one last question. UK आना चाहिए या नहीं? The answer is simple. If you are a fresher, the answer is no. Gain some experience before coming to the UK or any other country for that matter. If you have some experience, like 3-4 years of experience, then you can still take a chance. But do keep in mind that it's not all rosy and easy when you have some experience. There still might be some struggles there, but it will definitely be relatively easier when compared to someone who doesn't have any experience. So yeah, that's my short answer to that. Thanks for sharing, but I'm not in the UK. I mean, that's fine because you can literally do those things anywhere in the world. There are a lot of resources specific to those countries. For example, I talked about meetup.com. It is there in any of the countries. It is there in India, it is there in the UK, it is there in the US. And you can go to those meetups. You can register for some of the meetups um, in your locality, and you can go and join those meetups and then make some connections there, and hopefully those will help you to find a job. So that is just an example. There are a lot of other things, and most of the things can be implemented in any part of the world. Did Scalar offered any sponsorship? Those were one of them, yes. Right, couple of deleted messages, that's fine. We are just over 30 minutes now. Don't have any experience, instead have gap because government exam preparation. I have only one internship. Still, can I go UK? See, you can come to the UK, you can pursue your masters. My answer is still going to be the same. It's going to be very difficult, but one other thing is that if you have confidence and if you think that you can do it, and if you are good in your communication skills, if you're good in your technical skills, if you have confidence in those things, then I think against all odds you should still be able to find something. Having confidence is one of the most important things, and then how you take things further, and what is going to be your process to go through your masters, and not just sticking to the course content that is provided to you. And you have to be very proactive from day one. Try to build good relationships with your professors, with PhD students, with your batchmates. It's very important to be in a good circle. There are quite a lot of things. It's just very difficult for me to tell you exactly what you need to do and what you don't need to do. So those do's and don'ts are very difficult. Maybe I can well, I will make a note of it as well. Maybe I can try to list down all the do's and don'ts that one should do and don't in their masters, so that they're able to find a job relatively easily, regardless of how much experience they have. Yeah, so I made a note of it. But yeah, there are so many things. It can go wrong and it can go right. I can tell you, yes, come to the UK, you will be able to, yeah, you will be able to come to the UK, no problem at all. But it's going to be very difficult and there will be a lot more struggles. So if you have confidence and if you think you can do it, then sure, give it a go. And also, obviously, you're taking a loan. I have taken a loan. I need to repay my loan. I'm currently doing that. So I totally understand the pressure. I was in a same situation as you are 2 years back, but I made sure that I was making most out of the time that I had, and I had confidence in myself. So at the end of the day, it worked out. So yeah, that's what I will say. But yeah, I will try to make a video on do's and don'ts. Hopefully that will help. I already have 1 year gap, still no job. What is the best for me, job or masters? I know, late. um See, masters can be a good option for those who don't have any or lot of financial challenges. If you are really good with your financial backing and there are people to support you, then masters could be an option. And it might give you another boost in your education credentials. But if you're someone who doesn't have a lot of financial backing, I would suggest keep trying for jobs. Try to take some courses, try to upskill yourself, see where are the gaps. If you're appearing for interviews, what are the things that you are struggling with and in which round you are getting rejected. So those kind of things, try to improve on those things. When I finished my bachelor's, I had a lot of friends in my batch who didn't have offer um, at the end of the course, and it took them a year or so to get their first offer, but then they were able to get it. They did some courses, they did some certifications in areas which they liked, and ultimately it worked out. So yeah, that's what I would suggest. Those are the two options. Depending on your current situation, you can choose either of those. Can someone who is earning £2,000 monthly can repay his loan and save some? I'm just trying to think back. It is definitely possible. I don't know if it is on this channel or it is on the other travel channel, but I think I did have a proper calculations of that thing. Let me quickly take a look in my playlist whether I have posted the video, because I did post this video a while back. Yeah, it is. Yeah, so this is the video. I tried doing some calculations and stuff in that video. Hopefully it will give you some idea and direction, and maybe then you'll be able to make your decision. So yeah, I hope that video will be helpful. You're welcome. Undefined. We are 45 minutes in, and I think I've answered all the questions in the chat. And if I missed your question, please do repost it. I will that question. We will wait for a couple of more minutes and see if there are any other questions. But if not, then next Saturday. लाइफ में लगे पड़े हैं इसीलिए सोचा पूछ लूँ. I am going to prepare for job only, as you said, trying to improve my skills. Yeah, I think that would be the best course of action, because it will prepare you for your current situation. But then eventually, if in future, after let's say 4 or 5 years in your job, when you'll find it, you decide to go for masters, it will eventually help you there as well. So yeah, all the best, mate. I know you'll be able to do it, because I've seen a lot of people getting through these things, and eventually you'll be able to do it. Hey, Sami. I have a question about computer science major. Is this major, according to you, is worth to pursue? I have done bachelor's in computer science and master's in data science. So I would say yes, for me it all worked out, and I really liked computer science. And as a kid, when I used to play games and look at some of the websites, I was always fascinated about how those things work. I was always interested in learning more about it, and that's why I chose computer science. And yeah, so it all worked out for me. And even today, there are so many advancements happening in the field of computer science. I would say yes, it is a good major, and probably still one of the most sought after major. So for me, the answer is yes. Even in terms of job and AI, I think this is one of those fields which still has quite a lot of jobs, and it is still evolving. Quite a lot of new jobs coming into the market. What is the highest salary in UK as a data scientist or ML engineer? There is no upper ceiling, to be honest. It can go up to 150k, things like that. So yeah, 150k I would say, but it is very rare. You may have to have maybe 15 years of experience, and you have to be at a director level or VP level to be able to get that kind of salary. Thanks, Undefined, for subscribing. Hello, sir. I have done masters in maths from Delhi University and want to pursue the data scientist career. I researched the university you mentioned in the earlier video. Can you please tell me about the placement in Greenwich and sorry, and Hertfordshire? So in the UK, there is no such thing called placement, but there is a placement year. Those are completely different things. So I also have a video about placement year explaining what exactly it is. If you want, I can post that link in the chat. Let me very quickly grab the link. Yeah, so you will get to know what placement year is, but in short, it's just a additional year on top of your course year, where you will still be part of your university or your master's course, where you'll have to find a job in your relevant field. Some of the universities, they um, accept even if you work as a what do you call it, um, yeah, if you even if you work in a part-time job, let's say, so they will accept it um, as a valid placement for your placement year. But then there are certain universities where they have a strict restrictions, where you really need to find a placement or an internship in a relevant field of your master's course. That is essentially what placement year is, where you'll have to find the job. And when I say placement, what you might know, in India, a lot of companies come to university, they conduct those interviews and stuff, and then they select you. Those things doesn't really happen here in the UK. There are career fairs, so companies do come, they showcase what they are doing and what are the opportunities in the company, but they do not conduct interviews then and there. You'll still have to apply to those companies, and then if your resume is shortlisted, then you might get an opportunity to be interviewed there. So that's how things are here. As for Hertfordshire and Greenwich, it is quite varied. I was just reading uh, statistics somewhere where it was mentioned that only 30% of the people work in a relevant field after completing their masters. And when I say only, it's actually a pretty good number, to be honest, because a lot of people uh, they just pursue masters because they just want to understand what the course is, do they actually like it or not, and if at the end they decide that no, they don't like it, they move on to something else. Few other people are, they complete their masters, then they go for some research based uh, courses like PhD, or maybe switch to MBA, things like that, which leaves only, let's say, 50% of the people who are actually looking for a job. And out of those 50% of the people, 30% of the people are actually uh, working in that area. So it's actually a good number. So, but that's a average in the UK. It might be higher, it might be lower for Hertfordshire University or Greenwich University, which I don't know. You might have to reach out to someone who has uh, finished their course from these universities and maybe get these numbers from them. That might be a lot more useful to you. UK universities provides no placements. Why? Like all Indian universities give. I don't know. It's just the education system is very different here. In India, there are a lot of universities. They have some tie-ups with the companies, and then they come and they hire people. I don't know if there are any contracts or monetary benefits for the colleges or for the companies. I don't know, but that doesn't really happen in the UK. So I don't know the answer exactly why it is different in both the countries. I know basic programming, and in next 2 3 months companies will start coming to my college. Is it enough time to prepare? I think so, yes. 2 3 months should be good enough to understand about data structures and algorithms. I would say try to focus on time complexity and space complexities, those kind of things. Know how to optimize your uh, program, and also try to practice on lead code or any other programming websites. That might help you a lot. I'm currently pursuing a master's in data science and AI, which I will complete by September 25. I have 2 years of work experience as a software engineer at a Persist system. I have recently started applying for full-time data analytics roles, but I am getting very few interview responses for the assessments I did receive. Performed well, but still ended up being rejected. Some rejections are due to visa sponsorship or not having a UK driving license. This is really discouraging. What advice or can to improve my um yes, I think I have heard this in the past as well from some of my friends. And I think that was the reason why one of my friends, she went for driving lessons and got her license done very quickly. So that is something which I have seen. I don't exactly know why they have this thing. I mean, obviously, driving license act as a very good ID in any country, to be honest. So maybe that is one of the reasons. I don't know. But yes, as you said that you felt like you performed really well in those assessments, but again, it's a very relative thing, right? I could feel like yes, I have performed really well in those assessments, but then there is another person who actually did a lot better than I did, so they might get a chance. So it's a very relative thing. um, but it's not like you should be discouraged that you performed so well but still not getting the interview call or not moving further. You just need to keep trying, and eventually you will be able to get something. Because one thing I did remember from my personal experience was that these gamified assessments, I absolutely hate them, because most often than not the UI just doesn't work the way I expect it to work. If they want to ask aptitude question, they can just simply ask aptitude question in a Q&A sort of things, or multiple choice question, or even just explanation, those kind of. I don't mind those type of tests, but they have these gamified version which makes it look all nice and interesting. But I personally didn't really do very well in those, because I expected the UI to work in certain way, but it was working another way. So yeah, there were few tests where I felt like I did well, but I was still rejected. So I totally understand how you must be feeling, but all you can do is just apply for more jobs, and keep doing what you're doing. I don't know if there are any websites to practice these type of assessments, but if you do a quick Google search, I think you should be able to find something. So maybe spend a little bit more time on those websites, and try to see if those things help. Thank you. And one more thing, which one would you prefer, Greenwich or Hertfordshire? Um, I think both of those universities are fine in terms of course content. Hertfordshire has a pretty big batch, so I got to know that they have like 500 students in one batch. So it could be a problem, it couldn't be a problem. It totally depends on how much resources they have and how well they manage the batch and how well they rotate different batches. So it's all there. I don't have any such numbers for Greenwich, so the batch size could be exactly same for Greenwich as well. But in terms of course content, I think both of them are good. Again, I would say if you really want to make decision between these two universities, it would be better to reach out to someone who has pursued masters from these universities. I am in a computer science major first year, but everyone says that it is not worth it now as it was in 2019 when the demand was high but supply was low. But now supply is too much, demand uh, getting lesser. Yeah, it everything is on uh, demand and supply basis. If there is more supply, less demand, then it could be challenging. So I agree to that point, but the nature of the jobs are changing. So if you are someone who is still pursuing MSc or computer science course with a mindset that a person had in 2019, you will definitely struggle. But you need to have a updated mindset. If your course is still outdated and if they are still teaching you things which nobody uses in the market today, then you have to put effort from your side to upskill yourself, learn things which are new, learn things which are required in today's job market. If you do that, you will still be relevant. But if you just go through the course that is provided to you, and if it is outdated one, then yes, definitely you will be in a much difficult position. Should I use the same CV for every job application, or is it better to tailor my CV based on each job description? If tailoring is recommended, how can I do it effectively? So I have discussed this quite a lot in previous live Q&As as well. When I started applying for jobs, I used to tailor my CV for different jobs, but then I was getting less number of calls, and then I made a good overall CV, and then I just used to use that CV to apply to all the jobs, and I started getting a lot of calls. And there is a reason to that. I think there were some articles from quite reputed newspaper. I'm forgetting. So they said that there are quite a lot of jobs in the job market which are fake. The companies just post these postings which are not a genuine job opening, just to show that yes, there is a demand in that company. The company is doing good, just to appease to their investors, I suppose. But those jobs are not actually there. So if I tailor my CV for that specific job, it might take some time, and then I end up applying to a job which is not the actual job. I will never get a call, and then I might miss on some of the genuine jobs. So that's why I would suggest create a good overall CV and then use that CV to apply to as many jobs as possible. As an Indian student, when we come to UK, what is the best advice you offer? Like, should we take the data science course or not? Should we take the university accommodation or at Ember? So I think there are multiple questions there. What is the best advice? Should we take the data science course? We take data. I mean, if you're really interested in data science, yes, I think you should go for data science. I really liked maths as a kid, and throughout my bachelor's in computer science, I was trying to find different use cases, and that's when I was introduced to, well, I got to know about machine learning and deep learning and those kind of things, data science in general. And since then, I was always interested in data science. So that's why I pursued MSc in data science. But if you have some other interest, then go for that one. But if you are also someone who really likes data science, then you should definitely go for a data science course. As for accommodation, university accommodations are usually expensive. Um, and if you want to take a student accommodation, I think it would be better to go from Ember Student, or there are a lot of other Uni Echo, those kind of things, websites. You should be able to book something there. But if you really want to save some money, I would say maybe check out Spare Room. There you will be able to rent one room in a house where you will be sharing the whole house with other students or working professionals. You will have your own room, you will have your own privacy, you will just be sharing kitchen, hall, and backyard, things like that, bathroom, things like that. So if you don't mind doing those things, I think spare room would be a lot cheaper option as compared to uh, Ember Student or university accommodation. But if you really want to choose between these two, I would say Ember Student would be a better uh, place, simply because it's affordable. But if you want to stay very close to university, you don't want to commute too much, then I think university accommodation. Also, how can I improve my CV and check its ATAS score? Are there any websites or tools you would suggest? Um, yeah, right. So there is this website called JobScan. I think I also have a video explaining how it works. So let me very quickly find that video for you. JobScan. Can't seem to find it. Yep, got it. Hope this is the. Yeah, but you can take a look at JobScan, and that's what I used initially to just get the ATA score for my CV. But then a lot of universities have their own uh, uh, platform, or they have a collaboration with a lot of these ATA systems. So Newcastle University had one, so I used that as well to improve my CV. So I just use those two. But if you don't have access to any other, I think JobScan is a free one. You should be able to. They have some paid features, but I think free one should be good enough to give you some basic information that you're looking for. Yeah, so you can use spare room and you just install, create an account, and you can reach out to the landlords or letting agents. On that app you can text them, and they can do online viewing for you. And if you like it, you can pay the deposit, and yeah, that's all you need to do. And then you don't need to pay upfront amount, like, well, there are different ways. So there are some agents who would ask you to pay half year rent if you're going for a 1 year contract, but then there might be some who would ask you to pay everything. But that's what you would do on university accommodation or Ember app. But then there are a lot of accommodation where you will just be paying monthly rent if you find it on spare room. So that's where I found my accommodation, and I use this app to get one. I didn't take university accommodation or any other student accommodation. What are your thoughts on GradCracker website? I don't remember. I feel like I have used this website, but I can't exactly remember how was my experience. So yeah, I may have to just go back and refresh my memory, but I don't remember, to be honest. How's your overall experience as a data scientist and living in the UK? Overall experience is good. Lately, things are a little bit rough as there are a lot of tensions and stricter actions against immigration laws and stuff. So yeah, but overall, I think it was fine so far. In last couple of weeks, I've seen few ups and downs, but in terms of job experience, I think it's good. I really like working in a team where I'm working right now. So yeah, it's all good, and I have a better working experience than what I had in India. So that's good. As for living experience, so far it was good, and I would like to think that it is going to be good in future as well, but only time will tell. So yeah, that's just my brief experience. Wow, it's already 13 minutes over the time. Time flies. Whenever I'm talking to you guys, I don't even realize that we are running over time. So yeah, I think I've answered all the questions. Thanks everyone for joining, and if you found this session helpful, please do give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in the next one. So I do these live Q&As every Saturday 12 p.m. UK time. Have a great weekend everyone. Happy learning.